Hello, hi, welcome to the Retro Shed. I'm Barry.
I'm Josh.
And Izzy's decided to join us today, actually.
Yep.
You've been busy, haven't you?
Busy Izzy.
Getting you down here is hard work. So, straight into it today. Right, N64. So, when we think of N64, right, number of games immediately spring to mind, don't they? Amazing console. What have we got? We've got GoldenEye, Mario 64.
Perfect Dark.
Perfect Dark, yes. Star Fox.
Mario Kart 64.
Mario Kart, everyone's drunken party game, isn't it? But there is one game that deserves a very special mention and a special place in all our hearts, actually.
Yeah. This game is held in such high esteem that for many people, it still is today the finest video game of all time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you look at the IGN top 100 games of all time, it's currently positioned at number 8. Super Mario Brothers
needs to be higher.
Is at number 1.
It needs to be higher than 8.
Dad disagrees with.
Well, the game appears on more best ever lists than any other game.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
And of course, that game is the awesome Legend of Zelda! Ocarina of Time.
Where's the chest? Can I just say that I've no idea what this game is about? I've never played it before until a couple of weeks ago, and I'm ignoring your faces, and I've never even heard of Shigeru Miyamoto.
Shigeru Miyamoto?
I have to say his name, and I didn't really think that much of it, and it's not really my thing, but we'll come back to that later.
Not your thing?
No, it's not.
Only once will I allow you to get away with such disrespect, young man, because...
You sound like a Jedi Knight.
Only when I am. Did you not know? Only when this game was released in 1998, you were minus 7 years old.
Wow.
Now, this was actually a difficult show to put together because it's not actually a review. The game's quite old, so we can't really review it as such. It's not a quick play either. It's not a quick look.
No.
It's kind of like a look back. It's a trip down memory lane. It's a look back at what made this game. Yeah,
even though it's not
Thursday. It's so loved by so many people.
Yeah, and I was only 8 years old. Yeah, when Ocarina was launched.
8 years old.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. 8
I know.
years old. So you're minus 7. You're 8, and I'm. Let's not go.
No. Okay.
I'm not saying how old I was, but it looks
Quite
here
old.
like we need to take a brief trip back and remind ourselves what exactly was going on in 1998 and what the fuss was all about.
Yeah.
So, what do you pair 7 years of age and minus 8 years of age know about 1998?
Well, back in 1998, the PlayStation 1 was 4 years old and selling very well indeed.
Yeah,
the N64 was late to the party and was 2 years old
As
at this
always.
point.
Yeah.
Support for the N64 wasn't great in comparison to Sony's console, actually. The N64 really needed some great games, so Ocarina couldn't come soon
No,
enough.
indeed.
Yeah, in 1988 we kind of really already had some wonderful games for the N64, such as
Pilot
Wings, Blast Corps,
Mario Party, Rogue Squadron,
F-Zero X,
GoldenEye,
and the launch title Mario 64.
Yeah.
But really, we was all waiting for the N64.
Everyone was waiting
game.
for this new game, weren't we? Really?
Yeah.
Movies from 1998 included Armageddon, Saving Private Ryan, A Bug's Life.
Bug's Life.
I would love that game.
Bug's Life.
That
Bug's
game would be
Life,
great.
Blade, Ants, and Godzilla.
How did you know what films were out in 1998?
That's quite impressive.
Well, let's just say continuing on living alive, then it just goes to show how much Google could be your best friend.
That's a good point, actually. Now, at this point, I'd bought my N64, and pretty much because I'd seen GoldenEye, but there wasn't much else I was actually playing on it because there were far too many good titles coming out on PlayStation 1. N64 was kind of like gathering a bit of dust, and all us lot were waiting for the new Zelda title.
Yeah.
And it was late to market, you know?
Typical Nintendo then, huh?
Absolutely, yeah. In October 1998, just before Christmas, the long-awaited game was actually released, and you couldn't get a copy anywhere.
Typical Nintendo then, eh?
Well, it's pretty much what Nintendo do every single time a new popular release is launched, really. They simply don't ship enough stuff.
No.
They have done this so many times. N64, the Wii.
Yeah, the Wii.
I mean, what is it with
Switch.
Nintendo?
Switch.
Everyone else seems to manage it, but Nintendo fails to ship enough to demand
Yeah,
pretty
I mean,
much every time.
The Switch has been in the shops now, what, 5 months?
Yeah.
And can you buy one?
There's one uptown.
No!
Yeah, but that's a second-hand one.
Yeah.
And that's
you
in
can't
CEX.
actually buy one.
I read the other day it's because after the failure of the Wii U, Nintendo weren't really sure about how well received the Switch was going to be, so they didn't kind of create and ship too many, but apparently demand for it is still sky high.
It's one way or the other, isn't it?
Absolutely. And it was pretty much the same here. I had to grab my copy from Blockbuster Video. Do you remember those guys?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And when I decided to buy it, absolutely no chance. There was boxes everywhere, little cardboard boxes.
Yeah.
So I grabbed one and took it to the till, and the store manager said, "No, they're just empty boxes. You'll be lucky to get one before the end of January next year."
What
and it was
was it?
only November.
Oh, wow.
You know, so
So let's get this straight. You didn't rush out and buy it on day one.
No.
You rented it from a video rental store.
Yeah.
And whatever they were.
video rental stores were like these shops. Do you remember what shops were? Shops were like these things on the
Shops?
high street you could walk into, and on the on the shelves it
That had like those tills where you,
tills and people that you could
and you
talk to.
handed the
Yeah.
thing of what you
Handed
wanted.
money
Yeah.
over. Incredible concept. It'd never catch on.
Ocarina of Time was the 5th Zelda game to be released, and it was also the first to be in 3D.
It was, yeah.
Which was a pretty big deal.
So
that was
all
a
the other
major
previous
deal.
Zelda games were 2D, like bird's eye view games.
Yes.
Well, yeah, 3D gaming only really started to appear from the Sega Saturn onwards, really,
Yeah.
because the hardware before this just couldn't cope with 3D visuals.
No, they couldn't. No.
So the game was released on 256
256 meg,
megabyte cartridge, and it was actually the largest cartridge that Nintendo had released up until that point.
That's why the
So-
Zelda cartridge actually weighs more than the others.
It
Yeah.
does, yeah. If you hold a
Yeah.
Zelda
You do
cartridge
this,
in your hand and
weighs
hold
more.
another N64 game,
Like
you can actually
GoldenEye.
feel that
Yeah.
Zelda is a heavier
Weighs more,
cartridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, in
Yeah.
Japan, over 820,000 copies were sold in 1998, and its lifetime, over 7.6 million copies were sold worldwide. It was one of numerous. He has won numerous industry awards in its
Yeah.
lifetime, and in 2008, 2000 and 2010, Guinness Book of World Records listed Ocarina of Time the highest ever rated video game of all time.
And this was a decade after its launch
That's
as well.
10 years after its
Yeah.
launch, and it's still making the Guinness Book of Records. So that
Yeah.
that kind of like tells you a little bit about how
Yeah.
highly praised this game actually is.
Yeah.
So, the creator of Ocarina is literally the Steven Spielberg of the gaming industry, even though he's never heard of him.
No.
I heard
Most-
Steven Spielberg.
Not Steven Spielberg. Most gamers have heard of him, but if you haven't, here's a list of his creations that you might have heard of. Donkey Kong,
Super Mario Brothers.
Super Mario Brothers,
Yeah.
The Legend of Zelda,
Super Mario 64.
64.
Oh, I love that.
He also designed the controller for the SNES, or helped
Oh,
design it.
see, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Ocarina of Time was the game that he'd wanted to make for many, many years, but it took him a long time before the hardware was actually powerful enough to realise his dream of a 3D Zelda world.
Yeah.
He's quite possibly one of the most important video game
Important.
designers
Definitely.
of all time.
Yeah.
Shigeru Miyamoto, anyway.
Yeah. Because Zelda was now a free roaming 3D environment, it wasn't clear how battles were going to be fought. So Shigeru came up with the brilliant solution of using Z targeting.
Yeah, the trigger
It's a
button, wasn't it?
Revolution,
that.
really, wasn't
Mm.
it?
I don't really like that. It feels a bit too
Really?
like if you're facing that way and the monster's here, it just spins the camera around and it's like.
Well,
it
it
kind of makes me disorientated. The Z target.
See, that helped me because I found it kind of became second nature when you played the game that
does,
much,
yeah.
and it helped me a lot better with boss battles because you could easily lock onto your enemy,
Yeah.
so you could never, the camera would never spin round and you
Yeah.
lose sight of
Yeah.
them. So
It was
that
easier to
something.
fight, wasn't it? With
Yeah.
Z-targeting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
another problem with the 3D environment was how the camera's views follow Link around and captures all the action and not to
Yeah.
get stuck on scenery.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
mixture of the camera wandering around of Link and then becoming a fixed camera in certain rooms and dungeons.
Yeah.
It works so well, you hardly notice
It's
it
very
when you're
slick,
playing the
actually.
game.
You
I
don't
didn't
notice it. Yeah,
No.
you don't notice it.
It's quite clever, actually,
It's
how
brilliant, yeah.
they did that. All of this aside, what is it about the game that makes it so loved and highly regarded? At its
Yeah.
heart, it is a fantasy action adventure game with elements of role-playing, platforming, puzzles set in huge roaming environments. And it just has so many locations as well. There have been loads of games like this, so what makes it so special?
That's why we decided to look at this game, actually. We were
Yeah.
talking about it, I think, the I thought it's one that we need to look at. Now, like I said, this isn't a review, it's not a walkthrough, we haven't got all week to spend. It's an old game, no point in reviewing it again. No. So this is purely a look back at what makes this game so special for myself and Izzy, not so much Josh. So this is interesting actually. I tried to get Josh to have a look at this and find out what makes this game so special, and it's not easy. It is, I think for me, it's a personal thing. It's the way the story unfolded, it's the discoveries when you're wandering around, it's the exploration, it's the music. It's the interaction with the characters that you meet. Yeah. It's the way the Link matures and learns new skills as you actually play. It's a very personal experience for everyone who plays this game, I think.
Yeah, because you teach them how to use a sword, to learn to fight, to swim, to discover new weapons and locations, and overcome pretty big challenges actually. And the plus side of it was you was always rewarded for exploring. Yeah. The more you explored, the more you found, i.e. rupees and little things like that.
Yeah, you needed a lot of time to play it and a lot of time to explore.
You can find money just wandering through grass and hacking around with your sword.
Yeah, exactly. I think the relationship with Navi and Epona as well was brilliant because the way that you formed it over time and the friendships that grew with you, throughout the game, the going back and forth in time and seeing how
that's a big part of the game, isn't it?
It is how they personally grow with you, and it was good how it affected the 2 time zones as well. If you went back in time and say like planted a seed, when you'd go to the future it would then grow and you could explore areas that you couldn't if you didn't plant the seed.
Very, very clever actually, the way that you can do something when Link is young, and that actually affects what happens when you go forward in time.
But having played it, I really must admit that I wasn't that keen on it. I mean, stop.
Sorry.
I did like the scenery and the visuals, but I'm more of an action type gamer, and I find it too plodding. I like to be given the objective, a main objective, right? And it's marked on your map, and you go to it, you complete the objective, and you're given a new one. But that's what they do in Zelda, obviously. But you have to speak to the people to find the objective. You have to then find the people that kind of know about the objective, and then you have to find people who know about people who are friends, people that can help you complete the objective. And then you have to speak to about 10 different people until they realise what you're really trying to do. And then you find the way which way to go.
And then you ditch all that and go off and do a side quest.
And then you get to the end and they say, oh, you need to go back and do this as well.
But that's what I love about the game. What you put into the game in hours tends to reward you.
It does,
and you get so much more from it. You do notice however much time you put into it, it gives it back.
Yeah, but the side quests alone take hours.
They do, without playing the main story, so you can just go into the game and do a side quest if you want to. But I understand where you're coming from. It doesn't appeal to people who want just, a quick blast from the game.
Like Rocket League and
that's not what it's about.
You can kick back and do a spot of fishing. You can sit by the side of a lake.
Relaxing.
You can go fishing. You can pull out.
You do it for hours.
Yeah, you can pull out your ocarina and call up Epona and go for a ride around Hyrule Field if you want to. Epona's the horse.
Yeah.
The soundtrack and learning to play the ocarina itself. That's a wonderful thing about it. Gandalf is a truly scary character.
I was terrified of him.
He's not a nice character at all, and even his horse looks a bit far out.
Yeah.
The 2 links. The 2 Hyrules, the 2 different, the wonderful day-night system.
Yeah.
So you can wander around Hyrule Field in the daytime, in the nighttime, run away. Yeah. There's all sorts of strange things come out.
That's true.
The dungeons are amazing, and also what is nothing but an absolutely epic story.
What's wrong?
Didn't you just have a hoodie on?
Yeah.
No, I had a Retro Shed t-shirt on the whole time. Are you blind? You should have gone to Specsavers.
Right.
Weird. Anyway.
Okay.
Moving on.
So, it sounds like it is very difficult to quantify what makes the greatest game of all time.
Yeah.
It's a bit like saying, well, what is the greatest film of all time?
What's
the greatest
film?
book of all time? It is a personal thing. But I think it's an opinion, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's how it made you feel playing it for the first time. Some people love it, some people think it's utter crap. Oh, I don't like saying that.
Those people are wrong.
They're wrong. They are wrong. But back in 1998, it was revolutionary, and playing it takes you straight back to a time where you weren't being ripped off with downloadable content and in-game purchases.
Yeah, get in. Ugh. Good point.
You had to play it to complete it, not pay it.
Pay for it to complete it.
Yeah, I mean, you earned the outfits, you earned the weapons, and that's what made it so personal to you.
Yeah, you find rupees.
Yeah, exactly. There's no nonsense about paying for upgrades and weapons. Imagine how different Zelda would be today if you had to download it and paying for shields and swords.
Oh, I can't get off this level. Hang on, I'm going to go and buy myself another weapon.
My Hyrule shield.
£5 gets me an upgraded sword. Oh, £10 gets me a new shield. Right, ka-ching. Yes, I've completed the level.
I've just had a thought.
Go on then.
Imagine if Zelda was made by EA. Let's move on.
Oh,
right.
no.
Do you know what?
We're not talking about that.
Zelda 2010, Zelda 2011.
So I've had a quick play on it the other day and I thought it was pretty good with an interesting story, but it's not a quick pick up and play game like Rocket League, and that's why I simply did not like it.
No, well, not at all. It's like a lot of fancy adventure type games such as Tomb Raider, Uncharted, and Fallout, and you have to work your way through an epic story that unfolds as you play it. It is not a 10-minute blast at all, but that's why it didn't appeal to everyone.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose it's like comparing, I don't know, you've got Harry Potter, the book, right? You've got Harry Potter, which is like 3 inches thick, or you could have Harry Potter that said, oh, page 1. Harry Potter, he was a lad, he grew up, he became a wizard, end of story.
Hang on, that's not the end of the story.
I don't think it would make as much as it does nowadays.
It's Rocket League, you can't compare Rocket League to Legend of Zelda, can you?
Because Rocket League is a quick online blast of playing football.
That's right, and that's the point. And it's not a question of whether you liked it or not, it's personal. It's a personal thing.
So, shall we take a quick look?
Let's have a really brief look at Zelda and what made it really so special.
Yeah.
Oh, it's grippy. Just from the beginning opening screen, I love it.
It's
just wonderful, isn't it?
The whole world, doesn't it?
Yeah. And that music is haunting. Right.
Yeah.
Here's Link.
Hey, yeah. Oh, no, he hasn't yet.
He's got his little sword.
Yeah, as a child in his room.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the opening of the game, isn't it?
Yeah, he's in his bed, isn't he? And he gets woken up by Navi.
He's got his sword.
Yeah.
I think he's ready to go and talk to... got to go and buy a shield.
Yeah.
And then we're ready to go and talk to the Great Deku Tree, I think.
Yeah.
We love the shop.
We do. So many things you can buy.
What's he doing? Squats?
Yeah.
Squats!
He's got to keep
Squats!
fit. You know, it's a tough world to live in.
Squats!
So we need one
so
of
the
these.
guy doing squats is the shopkeep. That's quite unnerving. You go to a shop to buy something and the guy's doing
He's
squats.
just doing squats in front of you.
Right.
Hey!
So you can go talk to you can go see the Deku Tree now.
Yeah.
So looking at the map in the bottom right hand corner shows you where the Deku Tree is, which is great because it's just in that entrance over there, I think, where the fairy's hanging around.
Yeah.
Is that Navi? No, that's his
No,
fairy,
that's
isn't it?
his.
So I find this guy a bit this guy's a bit rude and cheeky actually, isn't he? Got a bit of an attitude.
Yeah.
Hey!
So you've got to speak to him. No, he won't. You've got to speak to him. I think you've got to show him you've got a sword and a shield, then he'll let you in.
Yes. Look at me. Haha. If you want to see the Great Deku Tree, you should at least grip a sword and a shield. I love how he's got his hand on his hip, like, I have.
It's so quirky, this game, isn't it? It's just brilliant.
Yeah. Do you think I've annoyed him?
He's tapping his foot.
A wimp is still a wimp. Never accept you as one of us.
We paid EA lots of money for that shield, I'll have you know.
Okay, bye then.
Oh yes, You need a couple of these sticks to make torches out of them, don't you?
Yeah. So it's always useful to run
No,
back
not
and forth
torches,
a little
slingshots.
You can make a slingshot, and I'm sure you need them for torches, don't you?
Yeah, you can light them.
You can light them, can't you? In dark dungeons, you have to light your way.
Yeah. I always found Zed targeting was so useful. Oh, she's haying me. Should we listen to what she has to say?
Yeah, I think you press the yellow stick up.
Ah, there we go. The Great Deku Tree has summoned you. Well, we was doing that.
It's a bit like being married, actually.
She's very bossy, isn't she?
Hey, listen! That's what Mom's like. Hey, listen!
Yeah.
Mom reminds me of Navi.
What, she floats around above my head shouting me at
Listen! Yeah, she does usually.
He's He's huge, isn't he?
Yeah, isn't he dying or something? Oh no, he's got a curse, hasn't he? And you have to go through the dungeon. This is brilliant.
Yes.
So we're about to enter the first dungeon.
Oh, you change your view.
Yeah, you can pan the camera around.
Yeah.
So this is the first dungeon. It's more like a training dungeon, really.
Yeah.
There's not much in the way of threat in here. It gets you used to the controls and...
Yeah, and going to different rooms, the camera view. I mean, wow, that's cool. Inside the Deku Tree.
So this is the first dungeon in the game.
Yeah. And it's quite simple.
Yeah.
But
I think you have to break down through there, but you do so for climbing up, if I remember. It's been a long time since I played this.
Yeah, it took me a while to figure out how to.
Oh, you can climb those vines, can't you? Those vine things you can climb. And I think you meet your first skull chulas in here.
Yeah.
But you need, I think, a slingshot to kill the skull chulas, don't you?
Yeah. Is it? See, there's none on here.
No, I think it's the next
a
level.
little bit
I
higher
can hear
up.
them actually.
Yeah. Yeah, you can, can't you?
Yeah.
See, the clever part.
Oh, there's a chest there.
The clever part of me tries to just climb up and avoid them.
Yeah.
You can't just avoid them. What's in here then? Ah, the dungeon map. Let's go in here.
What's in here?
There you go. Oh.
There you go. This is the bit where. Do you see the bit where the camera went 2D there? Well, not 2D, locked off.
Yeah.
Oh, you need to. He runs away, doesn't he, when you get to talk to him? You have to talk to him. He gives you some information, I think.
Ah. Will you let me go? Oh, I used to find them really cute. And these were, this was also in Majora's Mask.
Were
These
they?
guys, that's what you're turned into. You're turned into like a little Deku shrub thing.
Get the heart.
Ah.
Okay, through the door.
Parkour.
Ooh.
A little bit of parkour. Let's go. Whoa! Look at that. Like a pro.
Excellent. Is this the slingshot?
I think it is. Yeah, possibly a slingshot.
Yes!
Okay, so I think this is where the slingshot comes into play and handling.
Don't you have to collect Deku nuts or something to use with a slingshot?
Yeah, but thankfully this time they've decided to be generous.
Give you 30.
And give us 30 anyway.
Hey! Listen.
Oh,
look at that.
First time.
Like a pro.
Second time.
Like a pro.
Like a pro.
Right. Should we give these a go?
Yeah.
Show them what
I
we've
think you
got.
have to climb up there, don't you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you. What's up? Oh, that's
A shot.
Oh,
I
see,
think you can
this
climb up there. No?
Reminds you of Sniper Elite for some reason.
reminds you of what?
Sniper Elite.
Sniper Elite. See, the thing with this game as well was the chests. They disappointed me in real life. Every time I opened a chest, I expected light and sound.
What's that?
Whoa! You're huge!
Shoot it then!
Ah, that's right. He presents his backside to you, doesn't he?
Bit rude.
Epic.
Ah, there we go. Ooh,
No, that.
With the heart container.
let's do some
Let's just say the
exploring.
Deku Tree is quite dangerous.
Oh no.
Parkour.
Oh, more parkour. They're really testing me.
Let's go
There's
one
a
Chula.
There is.
Oh, you have to light your torch, don't you?
Yeah.
Do you need to light a stick?
Yeah. So
Actually, you have to
let's-
light the other torch from the one on your left. See, it's all coming back to me now. I've not
Yeah.
played this for years, and it's all coming back to me.
Let's equip that. Right, okay, so we need to
Put it in that fire.
light the torch.
And then stand on the pressure
Yeah,
pad.
and then jump across, isn't it? Right, ready? Let's go! I feel under such pressure.
Excellent.
Right, let's go. Oh! Oh, look at that.
Brilliant.
Another chest! I like all these chests.
Yeah. It's almost like a dungeon training level, this is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's showing you how to do it. Never going to get boring.
No.
Oh dear. Ah, see, what's he doing over there?
Getting ready to kill you.
Well, there's nothing I can do.
So I would take
Whoa.
I'd take him out first.
Yeah.
Take him out first, reset the pads, and then jump
And
over
then,
there.
yeah, that's a good idea
What's
actually.
up?
Does he drop anything? Oh, look at that, I'm rich. Oh, oh my gosh. Okay,
You got a stick out of that.
I did. Ooh,
There's no one.
what's
I
that?
don't know, it's a golden wall sculpture, perhaps.
Oh, always worth a heart.
Yeah, kill him.
So, can I? Oh, I can.
Yeah, gold sculpture.
Got a token proving you destroyed it. There's a curse on a family
Okay.
in Kakariko village, and you can save them. So they're definitely worth.
Oh, I hate those.
collecting.
You can just leave him, run away from him, can't you?
Yes, because I can jump off your side, can't I?
Because I think you have to jump down and break that web that's in the first bit of
Ah,
the maze.
yes.
Oh,
I've always.
God, that's so
The first time I did this, I overshot it. So slightly worried. I may die at this point, but we shall see.
Yoink!
Oh, we did
Nicely
it.
done.
Oof. That was risk business. That was.
Ooh.
Oh. Oh, hello.
Nice.
What was that?
That's Angry Link.
Yeah. Don't mess with me, Link. Ah, okay. So this is the lower level. So there's a chest.
And you
in
don't
here.
like this game, Josh?
Not really.
Right. Ah, there's another one. See? See?
Is that a gold sculpture?
Yeah.
Is it? Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can hear them as well. They
Yeah.
sound a little bit different to the other ones. Right, how am I going to reach you?
Yeah.
Oh, get the token.
Just jump in the water. I think you can just jump in the water, can't
Can
you?
you?
Yeah. Won't hurt you. Because you can swim, can't you?
Yeah.
There
There we go.
You destroyed a gold sculpture. You now have a token to prove that you did it.
Well, I just stepped on something and then that lit up for some reason.
Because there's a chest behind it.
If I light this, and then see this little secret path. We have to go the long way. Ah, I love that music.
Got seeing that. Yeah.
When you solve something,
Yeah.
it's just that little.
Shield.
Ah! They're not too bad, are they? Teach me something cool. Go on then. Unless you finish them in the proper order. Oh no, I'm going to forget.
2.
2, 3, 1.
There you go, Josh.
I wrote that
You have
down
one job to do.
the
Remember
first
2,
time he
3,
told me
1.
that.
2, 3, 1. Got it?
Yeah?
He's got it.
I think it's.
Hit the eye with your slingshot.
Ah.
Perhaps. Just a thought.
Yes, that could. Ah,
Yes.
look at that. There we go.
Parkour.
Oh.
Serious parkour.
Oh, she's telling me. I didn't even have to press up that time. But there's some interesting things underwater. Ah, look.
Pressure plate.
Nice pressure plate, yeah.
Okay.
I look at how we're thinking Minecraft.
And I have to jump across. And because there's a timer on it, isn't there? Come on, come on, come on, come on! I don't want to be smooshed. That's a bit wrong with you. Oh. Oh, getting to pro with these. I have no chance with my slingshot. Ah! Right. Oh. For a very small guy, you can push quite big
Yeah.
boxes.
So you're a kid.
Quite impressed, yeah.
Like Tyrion Lannister.
Yeah. Yes. He makes the way for small
Yeah.
people, doesn't he? Yeah. Yeah.
I like the torches.
Yeah. So, let's get my stick out.
Stick.
Whoa. Is there another one? Yeah. Ah! We're not
I don't know how setting 5 pieces of wood can open a door, but yeah, okay.
No, well, that was nice and simple. That wasn't too bad. Okay. Yeah, I think this dungeon really just gets you used to.
Yeah, it gets you used to it.
And it makes you aware, doesn't it all? It gets you used to what could be lying around. No, you always need to be on guard, really, because there's been so many times where I've been caught out by one of those.
Deku seeds. They're ammo for your slingshot.
Bullets.
I don't know why, but I always felt dubious about going into the middle. I really didn't want to.
This really makes me want to play the whole thing.
It doesn't. I love it.
Oh, just push forwards and he crouches, doesn't he?
Yeah. I love this view.
Brilliant.
It just makes you think, what is at the end? Oh, there's another web.
Makes me feel claustrophobic.
This is,
yeah, it's meant to. Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Put your stick away, Link. Ah, see, we're here.
Yeah, you're up there now.
So it didn't take too long.
No.
And then we need to... Oh, oh.
Ooh,
Say,
that's a stroke of luck.
I thought that was...
I thought, do you know what, I'm not going to say anything, but I was slightly panicking then.
What happens if you died? You go straight back to the beginning?
You go back to the...
You go back to the beginning of the dungeon. Yeah, that was the only thing that bugged me about Zelda games. You go straight back to the start.
There's a skull thing. Oh, you've got to complete them in the right order.
Yeah.
Wasn't it 2, 3, 1?
2, 1, 3.
2 on 3,
Was it
okay.
2 on
No, it was 2, 3, 1.
Was it?
Yeah, 2, 3, 1.
Okay, so... Oh! Oh no, that's not a very good start. So 2. 2. 3.
That could be 1.
Come on.
That could be 1.
I think it's 1 from the left, perhaps.
Yeah.
And then this one.
Oh no. And it's time sensitive as well. There we go. Oh, this bit makes my heart go.
Is it the final boss for this level?
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to!
Have you equipped everything? Yeah, you need your shield, I think.
You need a Deku Nut stunner.
Yeah. Oh, yes, that's a good point, actually. Let's get a Deku Nut.
What an epic game.
I know.
It's absolutely brilliant. I love this game.
Dun, 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 dun,
Oh, that's it.
dun, dun,
No way
dun,
out.
Dun, dun, dun.
You can hear her. Oh, and I mean like the whole dark,
Yeah,
foggy.
it's the darkness of it, isn't it? It's just wonderful.
Where is she? Oh, she's there!
Oh, yeah, 'cause that looks like a spider, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh.
So, first boss, guys. Hang on a minute. Right, so this is the first dungeon boss.
Oh, no, we have to,
Shoot her.
Oh no! I didn't get her in time.
So how are you doing this? What have you got to do?
So basically, we have to, I figured out, you have to stun her with the Deku Nut, and then when she's all paralysed and she can't move, you attack then with the sword.
Okay, she's got it.
But this bit is always freaks me out because she gives birth to little tiny spider things.
Oh, she spats some stuff out.
Yeah. Oh!
Nice.
And if you defeat them early enough, they don't spawn into that, so...
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not doing very well. That was really fun with sensitivity as well, was... Oh no, I think if we... Yeah. Oh, that. There we go. We're okay.
Can you get any more?
Yes. Right.
See, it always rewarded you, didn't it?
Yeah.
Always rewarded you, this game did.
If you explored, it was constantly met with reward. Oh.
Quick, get your nuts out! What? Oh, quick, quick, quick!
Oh, no, that was it. One hit.
Yeah!
Why did I hurt? Oh,
Nice.
that one give birth. I can never get the third one in time. We're doing good.
Brilliant,
Should I
you're
get
doing
my
good.
heart? Oh no, there's seeds. Where is she? Over there. Right. Attack me.
Come at me, spider.
Oh, so you only get one hit?
Yeah, one hit.
Do you reckon one more will do
I think
it?
one more will do it.
Oh, so you can't let them touch you at all. Oh, there's two of them now. Oh, no, there's not. We're good. Where's it gone?
Yeah!
Nice, right. Should
Right.
again now.
Oh, and I get heart.
She's chickened out right
Oh no!
Ooh, go get some Deku nuts.
Get some,
Maybe you could shoot them. Maybe you could shoot them with the stick.
otherwise this could go on for a while with a stick. I'm not very good with a slingshot.
I think you do. Use
Oh
a
my god,
slingshot.
this is that! Do you?
Oh, it's been laying
Oh,
eggs.
it's been raining then.
I forgot about that actually. Oh, we've got some.
5. Maybe because it means you to make them spawn because you run out of Deku nuts.
Right.
You go to
Finish
look,
her off.
Yeah,
and then when they spawn, they. Oh, this is kind of so clever.
it is, isn't it?
You
Oh,
got it.
Whew, that was intense.
Looks like a scorpion.
Yay!
It does, doesn't it? It does
Yeah,
look like a
it's
scorpion,
a
actually.
scorpion, spidery, horrible
One-eyed
nightmare thing.
cyborg.
The first time I played this, it was terrifying. I was so
Yeah.
scared.
How old are you?
Oh gosh.
Like 2.
Yeah. And we go. Ah, we
So-
saved you.
Well done, Josh.
That's
See, I've
it.
been playing it the whole time.
The Deku tree's got a voice like
Oh,
Bane.
listen, kid. Wicked monster doesn't cast
This dreadful curse upon me.
You think this gives you power over me? There he is.
Gandalf!
Scary geezer.
It's your first look at him, isn't it?
Yeah.
Scary.
And we've only but scratched the surface of what an epic game this is.
Yeah.
Right, so I've just noticed something.
What?
I've just noticed something. Josh had one job to do.
I had a pre-production
One
checklist.
One job.
I had a pre-production checklist.
What the hell is the Ocarina of Time, Josh?
Oh, Josh!
Ocarina.
Oh, Maria. That could be that's a spoiler. It's a future game
That's
actually
a
that
spoil-
we're working on.
Yeah.
We're doing a
basically,
spin-off.
I failed bullet point 5, which says box light with correct wording.
Right.
The Ocarina of
Ocarina
Time.
of Time.
So
Hang on a
right,
minute, you were looking over my shoulder and you didn't say nothing about it.
That's not the point.
You can't speak, you can't talk.
right. Shall we re-record the entire episode again?
No.
No. So you guys, please don't comment and say you spelled Ocarina wrong.
Yeah, we know.
Contact
It's
Joshua.
not my fault, I couldn't find an N.
Joshua's email address is Josh. No. Ocarina of Time. That's the next game that's coming out,
Yeah,
isn't it? The Ocarina of Time.
That's an Easter egg, that is.
Oh, so professional in this shed, aren't we? So, Josh, you did not like Ocarina of Time, did you?
No.
I did like Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina of
Yes,
Time.
correction.
Why didn't you like it?
It wasn't my fave, I'm just plodding about, you know what I mean? It's too... Just, you're plodding on, you've always got to speak to those different people and it gets a bit... I have to go and speak to...
A bit tiring.
You've got to speak... Oh, look, you have to help that guy with his boulders or whatever, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I know where you're
Yeah.
coming from. There's a lot of people that don't like this sort of game. One of my friends, actually, when I bought it, were like, oh, I don't like this type of game at all. And it is a personal thing.
Yeah.
You either like fantasy role-playing
Yeah.
adventure, you like going to talk to people and uncovering the story and what's going on, and or you think, no, I'd just rather pay EA £5 and complete the game. So, you know.
So, we know
Not for
what
everyone.
Izzy thinks
Yeah.
about it.
Of course.
You love Zelda, don't
I
you?
think
You love
it'll always be my favourite game. It always will.
Yeah.
Always.
I mean, yeah.
What about all the times you
Just-
played Rocket League together and Minecraft and
Oh,
Star Wars Battlefront and all that lot?
kids.
Such a lack of respect.
Remind me to
Not have kids.
yeah.
So,
Personally, I have loved looking back on this.
yeah.
When we kind of mentioned that we might do a video on it,
Zelda,
I
yeah.
immediately thought, oh yes, I
Ocarina of
want to be
Time.
involved because
Yeah.
it immediately makes me want to play it again.
Well, I know it's one of your favourite games.
It
So I thought we
was.
can't do a Zelda without getting Izzy down here.
So,
Yeah.
actually, what are we doing next week?
I have
Isn't
absolutely.
it my choice? Isn't it my choice?
It might be.
Is it my pick?
Yeah.
I think we do these grandstand electronic.
Yeah, it's a good idea actually. Because we did Big Track and Starbird, I think we should take a look at handheld games before handheld games.
I was born.
And what I
Yeah.
mean by that is handheld games before Game Boy and Game Gear. So we're talking about these tabletop old vintage games from the 80s,
Yeah.
which we have got quite a few of in here actually. So we're going to be taking a look at Tomy, Epoch, Grandstand, Entex, all those people, and finding out where the origin of arcade tabletop origin of games come from. But going back for a moment to Ocarina of Time, I just got to say, for me, it's like one of my favourite books. Playing that game, like Isabella said, has taken me right back. It's an amazing story, and I want to re-experience it again. I want to play Ocarina again. Whether I've got the time to do so is a completely different matter. It's not a 10-minute a day play game. You've got to sit down. It's a bit like oh god, I can't remember what it was called. Like with The Witcher on the PS4.
Witcher Wild Hunt.
You can't spend 10 minutes and then turn it off. You need to spend 4 hours playing it and then turn it off to get anywhere. So I'm going to be taking a look at Ocarina of Time again. I think I've got 10 minutes. So
the N is supposed to go.
There we go.
So imagine that
technically,
right, while Josh fixes that, we'll catch up with you guys next week. Have a wonderful week and a wonderful weekend. Thank you very much as ever. No, nor me.
That's what we're saying.
And on that bombshell, I can't say that, can I? It's probably copyrighted by the BBC. Can't say the word Stig. Can't say the word bombshell. Anyway. Bye.
Wow, that was loud.
Get in there.
So the screen's... Is that screen going off again?